we go.
We must stand together.
Your Eminence.
Who could do this?
Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
Shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity?
I wonder if it's the guy menacingly walking into the room right now.
A shame to
I love.
die with no
It's
heirs.
funny how that
The prince was
is how the
taken
scene
too
works.
soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them dead, who shall take the throne?
So, it's kind of funny how the game opens with him murdering the king. We know he did it. And then he says that shit because I guess he's really not afraid of being caught and, you know, repercussions having happened. I don't know why nothing happens to him before he starts doing all the shit that he does. Because everyone has to suspect him, right? But, hey. Well, yeah, I played the demo, so a lot of this early part, I'll know. But I won't remember everything, and I need the gameplay reconfiguration. Meaning I need to learn the gameplay tutorial again to actually learn the game. That's how I often work. I need to do the tutorial at least twice to, like, understand a game. I don't know why, I work that way. So, not picking up after my demo save. Plus, I wanted to just stream the game from the beginning on the day of release, because it's a story game. But anyway. Well, hi. I think I remember that the title screen was slightly different, but the music is the same. Now, because the demo did specifically say, now this is always a disclaimer that happens, but the demo did specifically say that some things will probably be different. Anyway, so I wonder what else besides just the title screen a little bit. I think the title screen originally showed the airship thing that I've seen clips of later, but it's not actually. I've seen clips of on YouTube before, but it's not actually in the demo. But anyway. As far as I understand, the game opens up after that first palace-like area, which we don't get past in the demo. Whoops! I loaded my demo save without freaking realizing I did that. Hold on! This is starting off great. Okay, new fucking video game, you doofus. Alright. Hype, 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 hype! By the way, this intro is real interesting. You'll see what I mean if you don't know.
I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight.
Yeah, so instantly, no fourth wall. This game has zero fourth wall, because it literally starts by breaking the fourth wall. It is now just a completely open fourth wall, and I'm really curious to what they're going to do with this narratively. Because it's got to be a big narrative theme thing.
Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest? Pardon my curiosity, but would you tell me your name?
So obviously my name is... Oops. Durg. It literally says, who shall guide the protagonist? This is the most meta-ass shit, without, like, saying who's playing the video game that I've ever heard.
Ah, a most unusual name. One I've never heard in our world. which suggests
Jesus
that
Christ.
you might reside in a world beyond ours.
Let me translate. Let me continue to completely shatter every single inch of the fourth wall for you.
It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold.
The fourth wall is now completely gone. And the floor underneath it is now cracking and crumbling. Anyway, I'm done now.
Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy. But can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed from you? If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation?
Hell no, I wouldn't. And this is why I'm so hyped for this game, other than Atlas is Atlas, and I love Atlas games now. Like, I love this message already. I'm not sure exactly what it's getting at yet, but it seems to be basically telling you that, like, something that I've felt for my whole life, really, is that fantasy can help you think about things in reality that you need to think about in a place of better safety, so that you can actually make progress in your life in the way that you think, by thinking about a fantasy story instead of thinking about the really scary things and the implications of them in your real life. I've tried to explain this to several people that have literally just told me I'm blowing hot shit. So I'm really glad that that, you know, other people, you know, the writers have or at least a writer there or what have you feels the same way about stories, and they wanted to make a whole game themed around that, seemingly. At least, you know, partly. There's going to be themes out on top of themes on top of themes. It's an Atlas game. That's certainly going to be one of them, and I love it. I love it a lot because I think that games are a really powerful thing. Because they can both be an escape and something that you can use to inspire yourself in life, especially games with stories like Atlas games, man. So, yeah. That's... yeah, not always.
More than wishful thinking. More than fiction.
Yes.
Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds.
I agree. And the way I interpret that is, again, it can inspire you to do things in real life, right? That are better. At least to you.
This must be what you believe. I confess, my own answer still eludes me. But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is.
Also, I wonder what this apparently scheming man is scheming.
Then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come. And thus is fantasy forged into a new reality. Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself. So, let this tale begin.
Alright, so we're just sticking to normal, because that difficulty provided a little bit of challenge for me, just about right when I played the demo, so we're sticking with that. Unless I feel like changing it for some reason later. But I don't think I will. But yes, I've been waiting months for this shit, like many people.
Looks like we're in the clear.
I just caught a glimpse of the waifu.
The
Show me her
capital's
again.
just through this desert.
Not her, I like her, but I love...
The king is dead.
Aye, and the guards are more concerned with
Someone
the
else said
funeral
this
than
goes.
keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad
The
daylight.
woman, we now see the
No
back of the head.
soldiers to stop 'em.
I love her so much.
Monsters,
God,
huh?
Jesus, God, Jesus. I wish we had her
Been
from the
hearing the
beginning, but,
stories.
well, there's a reason we don't.
Nothing of the vacant throne.
There's a
And we're
storm
about to
coming.
see that.
Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
They're bandits!
Dun-dun.
on, let's see some respect
Dun-dun.
folk, we're commoners.
Dun-dun.
crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us,
An igniter? Ugh. How did they get one of those?
Come on! Hey, keep it moving! Hurry it up! Next one! Huh? Look at you. What have we got here? He's an elder. So he is. No horns, no knife is. Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy. Hold it!
Oof. See, this game starts grim, and this game is actually very dark.
Should've listened to us,
Especially for the fact that Atlas managed to make it rated teen, unlike Persona. I'm kind of glad that finally they did, but I feel like this game is gory and heavy-themey enough to make it M, but fair enough. I'm happy about it.
You are prepared to die by it.
God, I love her.
Stand aside!
And if you know me, you know why immediately from that. Just badass women, you know? Just, damn. Like, if I had to die, I would like to be stabbed by her like that. Like, honestly. Like, if I had to go, if I had to choose how, and I could choose that, then... Anyway,
Ugh. This place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Louis saving us? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached? Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
You alright?
Are you alright?
Oh, that's right. He actually has a voice. Unlike, you know, every other Atlas protagonist at least in an Atlas game that I played a lot. So, Persona. But yeah.
Been worse. And from the sounds of it, you're about the same.
Actually, have I played the heck out of another Atlas game besides a Persona game? No. I've started several. I've started SMT4, SMT5. I'm forgetting, but I'm pretty sure others. I've started SMT3 as well. Oh, I've actually played a decent chunk of SMT4, but I didn't get that far. I basically got 2 Tokyo, if you know what that means. So, like, not a negligible amount of gameplay, but still really just past the intro. Anyway.
You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right? The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back.
Stretchy Durgan. Oh, right. I was doing restream. I was doing stuff on my OBS for a second, and I forgot that the game is one of those that doesn't want to
Think we'll make it?
play in the background, and I don't think you can change that. I tried to in the demo, and I'm not really going to sit here and do settings right now. I'm too excited to get past where I was in the demo, so I just want to go right now. But yeah. You don't look hurt, though, so that's good news. You can move, right? I'm thinking we should find a place where we can see the whole area. I'm really proud of my voice acting at this point. Not really quite voice acting, but reading out lines. I think it's very smooth now, and I'm really proud of that. Also, like, anxiety just messes up way less of my, like, ability to read and speak and stuff now when I stream. It's great. Practice makes way better than you think until you practice enough, is what I've found. Use the movement keys to move. Hold R2 while moving to dash. Press circle to dodge enemy attacks. Some actions you can perform and their corresponding controls are displayed at the bottom of the screen. You can also use the minimap to see which way you go. I wasn't dodging a lot. I need to remember that. You can use tutorials you've seen before in the main menu.
Let's go.
So yeah, I want to actually dodge. That would help me avoid some fights that I do not want to get in. Hello, you're nasty.
Watch out.
And by the way, this tutorial is actually really deadly. I like this. The way that they give you the movement in enemy areas tutorial here, which is the first one you're getting, by the way, is They give you things that will fucking kill you. And I was curious about it, so I let them kill me before, and it was easy. It just instantly happened. And then I had to restart this. So, yeah, you need to be really fucking careful here, actually. The game makes you learn this or else you're dead, which most tutorials aren't quite like that. Especially like Atlas games, I feel like, at least of recent. But they used to be very brutal, like SMT, like Persona 3 and beforehand, that sort of thing. You press L2 to use face sight. This ability lets you see what Gallica's sense is in the environment. It's another thing I wasn't remembering to use much before. This is the exact reason why I'm glad there was a demo so I can play this tutorial twice before I get into the meat of the game. When you see an enemy you've never confronted before, it will show up as an unknown. Prepare as best as you can.
Okay.
I'm running, don't worry about that. Pretty sure we will get to this area, this desert area later, and actually fight this shit. But for the moment, we don't want to do that. I don't know where you're supposed to go right now. Oh shit. I do not know where you're supposed to go. Oh god. I definitely made it through here before, and I feel like I did not get lost before. Oh, up here, up here. I blame streamer brain of having to also think about chat and stuff. Well, the possibility of chat right now, at least. Especially because I think I see a Vic or someone on my YouTube, my Twitch side over there. Unless it's like a faulty one, which I kind of doubt, but we'll see.
Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do.
And right? if someone is here, thank you for being here. I'm pretty sure someone is in there. Because heck, there was someone in my YouTube side and didn't freaking show. But I think, honestly, it's just kind of confused about the total viewers thing. I think I need to look specifically at my YouTube and Twitch thing instead of the restream thing. Because there's 3 different ways you can see your viewers, and it's kind of confusing. And one of them doesn't want to work for me right now. Anyway, refresh my memory.
Right. What am I doing again?
I love that so much.
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives?
I love this voice acting. This game has bomb-ass voice acting, but that's been true for a while. Since, I would say, to a degree, Persona 3. But mostly Persona 3 was pretty good. But for its time, it is... For its time, but it is... Like, Reloads is so much better if you compare it. Voice over-wise, and I would say that Reload is more definitive. But a lot of people really miss some things about the original. I get it, but it's just a better version, especially now that it has the answer now. But the fact is, the price gouging can suck my cock. I still think that's really scummy, but what are you going to do? That's the version that exists.
First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center.
Which is exactly what Atlas knows. Like, Atlas knows that there's a new legion of Persona fans that would pay that, so they made it happen. Anyway.
This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs, or we die. And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road.
I'm always wondering what exactly happens when the like what exactly causes the text translation and the voice lines to be slightly different sometimes. Like, same point got across, but hold on, log.
And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through.
Wait. I thought... Oh, okay, sorry. I thought that instead of saying see the mission through, she said stay alive, but I was confused. Never mind.
You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters.
God, ain't that the truth?
I mean, fairies say that at least.
I love how this game's main theme, or one of them, is anxiety, because I think most people in the world, if not every single person in the world, can relate to that one.
I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
Man, she's cute. Cute fairy grill. It's as though music is playing directly in my... I love how they literally, like, metaify the music. It's literally in his brain. That's great. The effect of Galaxy's magic is inspiring. Speaking of inspiring, yeah, this music is nothing if not inspiring. I fucking love it, and it's also kind of interesting with the chanting. The vocals are just like, super interesting. They're not, like, the kind of vocals you would absolutely expect in a game soundtrack. It works very well. Like, both the female and the male vocals, but more so that male chanting. But her voice, too.
Look. Over there.
That's a road, isn't it? What a relief. Grand Thread is already in sight, which is that big ol' city in the background there. Almost there. Let's keep moving and try to stay out of sight. But yeah, if you're wondering why I seem to know things about this game, this is going to be mostly blind, but I played the demo, and for the first good few hours, maybe even most of tonight, depending on how much I drag my ass, don't intend to drag it much, but I often take so much longer than I ever expect and that most people ever take to play through a game. So yeah, I fully expect it to be most of tonight that I am playing through the tutorial again, but we'll see. I'm probably gonna skip over some stuff that I took a long time to do before, and hopefully not, you know, struggle as much with some things that I honestly did struggle on early.
And 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Uchronia. The year is 785. Uchronia is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king. Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales.
I'm just so happy I'm playing this game finally. And God, these cutscenes are so good.
By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
I wonder whose voice is that exactly. I think that's important. I think that line there was really important. O great seeker, bearer of fantasy and power. I think it's our book that we have. Hear my wish, and come forth from thy epoch of glory and not read fast enough, because game intros do that so often for some reason.
Whoa, just look.
Whoa.
Purdy. But the whole game is purdy, but still. Purdy! This is one of my favorite city songs already in a video game. Aw, cute. Look at them being a couple. Oh god, that's fun. Yeah, this game is real fucking grim, dude. Like, it's really got some heavy shit. Immediately, racism! Fun. Oof. But that's funny, because I was one of the bandits that we got ambushed by.
No way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Parapus said.
But he probably was kind of forced into that, I bet.
Spare some coin.
Well, yeah. I love how we're canonically so kind, but a little bit too kind as far as she's concerned. I love how she can literally, she's strong enough to drag him by the ear, apparently.
Come on, kid.
I love how she's calling him a kid when she's way smaller than him, but she's probably older than him. She seems to be like early 20s or something-esque, at least.
Back on the wagon? You might be the only elder here, in the whole city even.
I like how we have a fairy companion, by the way. That's kind of new in a game like this. But there's always like a companion character, but they're usually not so immediate, actually.
Just look at all the different tribes.
But you start the game with her.
This kind of diversity out in the countryside.
I like that quite a lot.
Not that it's very balanced. I see more Clamars and Roussants than anyone else. Which means a dopey Elder kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Try to keep your head down.
Dopey? I mean, okay, I am kind of dopey. Also, this man is literally me. He's kind. I like blue. He has blue hair and a blue eye. Yeah, anyway.
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty?
Also, he seems like kind of a soft-esque person. He's got a soft-ish voice. His tone is usually pretty kind a lot of the time. His usual natural responses are rather pretty kind. That's often how I am, or try to be. I love the man. He's good. He's very me. Also, I love that Hulkenberg is way taller than me, but that's just my horny sub-ass. Anyway.
They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play. Assassination.
Shh. Careful who hears you say that.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this.
I like how they're literally vaping. I think, honestly, that this is supposed to be a parallel to how the world is now. Because, well, that's what Atlas always does, really, with Persona-style games, anyway.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
So this is really supposed to be medieval, but modern. Because I think the literal magic vapes there are supposed to honestly hint at that. Because vaping is the new smoking, and it's been that way for a few years, but not many.
His son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best. The saint could purify this affliction.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt His Highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice. For the man who cursed His Highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Hey, are you listening?
I feel like our past is way more set in stone in this game than it ever was in Persona 3 to 5, which I find interesting.
Well,
And
I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close.
They were, and by the way, I'm interested to see exactly how all they'll use his background, because they really do establish his background a lot, and I think they're going to use it narratively very well.
Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high-stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted, so you can meet up with our operative.
I fucking love how portraits look in these games, and I will never get over how pretty they are.
Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne. That means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us. Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard, considering the need for soldiers.
So? Do you know where we're going? Feel free to admit that you're lost and ask me for advice. Press R1 to open the local map. If you're unsure of what to do, try pressing triangle. Gallic always has good ideas, or so she thinks. I love her a lot. I love her personality quite a bit. I love all the women in this game that I've met so far. Literally all of them. I'm so happy about the women in this game, and you'll see what I mean later. I will explain in excruciating detail what I mean when we meet them. In fact, we're about to meet one of them.
Let's go see.
I see her in the distance there. We don't have time for detours right now. If you're lost, check your map. Just go straight down the main street. You should find the recruitment center. Okay, I will, but I'll specifically go straight down the main street. Specifically here because I'm me. And look, tall as fuck, commanding, freaking, like, military ass attire, the coat's neat. Black and gold. Hi, I love you. I don't know shit about you. You're interesting. But, hi, I love you. Anyway.
Look at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
Now I want one.
Now I want one for myself.
I keep forgetting he is voiced Dirt Brain, except, like, I think he's pretty much always voiced. So, but, like, not everyone else, which is part of what's confusing me and making me think I need to say my options.
Yeah, until you see the price tag.
It's also, again, Atlas Game muscle memory, I think, is kind of kicking in, where, like, the protagonist never had a voice like this before, except for in combat, really, so, and in cutscenes very briefly.
Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use magic. Me? I can whip out magic anytime I like.
I fucking love that
and
smirk.
I can even see the Magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
That's the game's way of telling you she's not a fighting party member, which I kind of wish she was, because the idea of a tiny fairy kicking human-sized butt would be awesome to me, but unfortunately, no.
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an elden child. Are you new to our fair city?
And her voice is even hotter to me than the rest of her. Help me.
Well, I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me when I say you don't want to catch the eyes of the lords and ladies. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I run this humble shop. Are you in the market for an igniter? Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
It looks hella expensive, though. How much is it?
How much is it?
You're not really going to fall for that, are you? How would you even know what the royal scepter looks like to begin with? You've really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
A symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty. Passed down through generations. If you believe the legends, it houses incredible magic. World-shattering power. More practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
Now he's dead. With no living heir either.
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king. You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
I'll keep that in mind.
I'll keep that in mind.
One day I'll remember that this guy has a voice.
A word of caution, then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
God, the way she walks away. God, that's very attractive.
She had a point, though. You'll need to be careful. Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
Wait.
Let's head there.
Let's go see.
Let's get back to looking for the recruitment center. We'll. Yeah, joined the army because I looked up to Lord Luis, but now I get my arse handed to me if I so much as mention it. By the way, I know most of these people are supposed to be Britishy, but I'm not going to attempt the accent lest British people murder me. Because I wouldn't blame them. Anyway. It's a state of... What's the state army going to do now? We won't find any decent recruits given the messy state of things currently. So it's a new type of magic igniter, but it's a bit gaudy if you ask me.
You are?
Oh, the recruitment place. Go down the street towards the cathedral. It'll be the building on the left. See, I immediately, like, started accidentally kind of becoming European-y. maybe it's fine. You look at doing this as a soldier? Not like there's any other work for elders, I guess. I'm just gonna ignore that comment. Fuck you, though. What? What? Nothing left to say? Then move along, irritating little shite. I've given you more than enough. Go fuck yourself and die, bitch. Jesus Christ. People are great here. Wow. Anyway. Yeah, so racism sucks cock, and it's everywhere in this universe. Kind of like, unfortunately, still real life. But I think the bigger bigot problem is in regards to LGBT people right now. Especially poor fucking trans people. But anyway, I was hoping that we'd blend in with the crowd and no one would notice that you're an Elda, but the people here have sharper eyes than I thought. I don't want to draw attention, but hiding your tribe is only going to make it worse. People may insult you, but you're best to stand tall. Why? Easier said than done, I'm sure, but it's for the sake of the mission. And on that note, note, I need to definitely get more water soon. I think I'm out. Once I can save, I will get water, because I'm already starting to get dry Durgan throat. It has been 3 hours that I've been streaming. Almost 4. Oh, wow. Time do fly when you're, well, in the earlier case, playing and especially in this case, playing a game you've been hype about for months and months.
Really now?
Huh? Recruitment center? What, do you want to enlist or something? Just down this road, if that's the case. But an Elda enlisting? Bloody hell, what'll it be next? Wouldn't be in such a sorry state if Luis was in power. Yeah, keep believing that. Trump! What? I didn't say shit. The mouth on this guy. If we weren't focused on saving the prince, I'd give him peace of my mind, but let's just grin and bear it.
Let's go see.
Let's get back to looking for the recruitment center. Wee. I don't think I can go this way. No, I can. I'm not quite sure why the camera was doing that. Things felt better when Lisa's still in Central in the army. I like hearing the chatter of people as you walk by. It does make things feel a little bit more natural-ish. You're going to hold the royal funeral at the Grand Cathedral over there. When I heard His Majesty had been killed, I could hardly believe my ears. But he was a man indifferent to festivities. His death will not cause any disruption. Jesus Christ, you asshole. As long as we have His Eminence Sanctifex Fortin, okay. He might be a better choice? Question mark. I don't know shit about him, honestly. This country will be safe.
Come off it. That's wrong, though.
Where are you going? That's not the way to the recruitment center. Oh, right, yeah. You have to specifically go down the street, and it'll not let me go anywhere else. I'm forgetting... Oh, hold on, wait. It's the building that's like... I think it's that building right... No, it's this building right here. I remember. So I might as well head the way it's gonna tunnel me into.
That must be the recruitment center. I'll let you take it from here. It should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. So long as you don't compromise the mission, you're fine. Good luck in there.
Oops, I didn't mean to skip her knock 'em dead.
Okay, you got this.
But one thing I have noticed about this game that I think is a little odd, there's a lot of pretty long pauses between sentences in the voice acting that I don't feel like other games usually have as much of a pause, and it often makes me think that there isn't the rest of the line, but I found oftentimes that there is. It's weird, and I feel like most other games don't do that, even other Atlas games, and I'm not sure why that seems to be the case here. Either that or I'm misremembering, and it's always been a thing, but I swear it hasn't.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no place for velvet-swaddled lordlings. Why are you here? Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight. Is that it?
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's work. I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
An uppity one, aren't you?
Not as uppity as you, dickhead.
Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service of your country.
Wow, go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. Thankfully, I'm just gonna say he'll get his.
But mark my words, war will turn your arrogance to piss.
Wow.
When your corpse is plucked from the mud, do try to look patriotic.
Rousing words, Captain.
I love this
you
response.
Think threats will buy loyalty. No wonder nobody respects the Guard anymore.
So, I'm bi, and yes, is all I have to say about this man.
But I'm here now, so perhaps the kingdom isn't a lost cause.
Insolent pup! You will learn your place.
Don't. The healers have enough on their plates already.
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece.
You too.
All right, next. Hurry it up.
Because I think a lot of players would kill you if they had the chance right now. Because you're supposed to be unlikable. That's clear. Dude.
An elder? I thought your kind was long gone. Age 18. An orphan, too. The army can always use more of those.
Wow, so that there isn't a family to complain or something? Jesus.
So, what brings you to enlist?
I want to murder you? Is that an option? No, unfortunately it isn't. But this is the most honest answer, I think, from our actual perspective. Because, like, we want to change certain things about what's going on, including, you know, Luis existing. So, I'm just gonna say this.
I want to fight for real change.
Also, me in real life, I want to fight for real change. That's part of why I want to stream, actually. I want to, like, stream in a way that is going away from what I feel is toxic about streaming and going towards the kinds of stuff that I feel like should be talked about more in streaming and that sort of thing. So, I really, really feel this statement.
Lofty words for a gutter rat with an empty coin purse, no?
Lofty words is your whole fucking personality, asshole, other than, you know, being an asshole.
So, what can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
I find this interesting, because I don't think it actually affects your skills, but these all obviously correspond to one of the skills in this game. So I find that interesting. And I'm going to choose the one that I choose here, and I'm going to choose quick, because speed in this game affects dodging and hit chance. And not being hit and hitting are both very helpful. So yeah.
I'm small, but quick.
Yes, I could see that. Always the cowards who run the fastest, eh?
And also, as he said, he's short. He's one of the shortest characters in the game, actually. In fact, that's not very new. In fact, there's literally a blue-haired short protagonist in Persona 3, which I find funny. Especially because Reload just came out the same year.
Right, last order of business. Make your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
Wow. God, the audacity on this prick. Okay, so, this is interesting. This feels very Undertale. If you know, you know. And also, apparently, Heartbound. I only really know that because I've watched Pirate Software, who made that game, and he's talked about it often. And it's obviously very Undertale-inspired, so that makes sense. But anyway, this is what I did for the demo, so this is what I'll do here. I'm Durg, and my protagonist is Durg Gay. Anyway. Please correct? Oh, confirm, right.
You know your letters, do you? We'll get some use out of you yet. All right, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
Yes!
Cute. She deserved a head pat.
I'm sure you heard about the monster sightings, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment.
That's really rich, considering, let's just say, things and stuff that will shortly happen.
You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard issue guardsman armor and igniter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission. On your way now. Up to. Next.
Go fuck yourself, asshole. Dude, this song is crack. I fucking love this song. Holy fucking shit. Hi, Strolled, you're hot. Hi, hello, hi, hello. Oh, whoops, I said his name. We don't know his name yet. Whoopsie. Are you enlisting as well? The line starts behind me, if so. Or was there something you needed? No, nothing. I'm sure you're wondering the same thing they were. There's no stake on the table at home. What earthly force could drag me to enlist in the Royal Army? I'm sure you're wondering the same thing they were. If there's stake on the table at home, what earthly force could drag me to enlist in the Royal Army? Yeah, I imagine stake back in these times was pretty much a delicacy type thing.
Well,
let's just say I have my own circumstances. I'm volunteering, yes, that's a word now. Volunteering to fight in order to protect the kingdom. Foolish or not, because I'm a fucking badass.
Whatever.
You're so young. Are you enlisting too? Not much choice if you don't have money or a job. Reeve makes the world go round, as it were. You want a magic igniter? Join the queue. Cutting's only gonna get you chewed out. Haha. Illegal things. Anyway. Well, you're cutting in line too. Everyone look at their igniters in order. No one follows directions. Why do only thugs come in here? Maybe because this way they can fight for a living? Think about it, dude. Anyway. Anyway, I ain't a thug, but he doesn't know that. But also, does this fucking summer child look like a fucking thug to you, dude? Anyway. Maybe Stroll, possibly. No, he's too noble looking, which makes sense, because he is one, but anyway. They said tribe don't matter in the army, but they'll probably put me up in front as a meat shield now that I can find better work. Wish I could serve Count Luis. His army's built on merit, so even a parapet stands a Please stop saying good things about him. God. Ignorance, just like Republicans these days. Anyway, listen, this game is extremely political, so I will be political. Sorry, not sorry.
What's the world coming to?
Blasted. I came to enlist because I heard you can make a quick Reeve here, but they really make you work alongside creepy Elda? Creepy. Apparently, the fact that Elda looks so pretty is creepy to... I don't really quite understand what the hell the Elda problem... Oh, I think I do remember now. It'll be mentioned later. Parapets... In fact, I think it actually is going to start being elaborated on right now. A Parapets I can deal with, but Elder are downright right ominous. God's own scriptures, there's where. As you can't expect an Elder to know... Jesus, dude. Let him say what he wants. Fighting someone like him would just be a waste of energy. Scripture being bigoted. Christians and gays is all I gotta say about that. Anyway. I think, honestly, everything here is supposed to be a real-world parallel. Which makes a lot of sense for the theming that's been very clear from the start of this game.
I heard they get sightings.
What? Of those huge monsters? You think that's why we're low on soldiers? Wish they'd have told us that. What do they call them? Something like, human...
Yes, you heard that right. It's interesting that they're called that, and that means... something?
Next!
I have a feeling it has something to do with anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. Does it literally mean all humans became anxious messes to the point that they became monsters? Is that literally what happened, or am I just kind of posturing? But am I just kind of spitballing too hard. Except, well, I'll be honest, Atlas is so heavy-handed with its theming that I'm very convinced that that's literally it. But we'll see.
Another Clamar. Wait, no. You don't look like the others.
And also, I'll be honest, Atlas feels like it only gets more heavy-handed with its theming every single game. I don't have a problem with that, but it does still feel a little awkward sometimes, I'll be honest. Hey, Vic! How you doing? I'm doing great, because I'm so excited to play this game. It just came out today.
Surely not.
This came out like an hour
An elder?
ago. A little bit more than
kind I've seen.
a little bit more than an hour ago. But yeah. How much longer the stream? I actually intend to stream all night, so you will definitely be in bed long before I end, so don't worry about it. But I intend to stream a lot through the weekend, so you'll probably be able to catch more later.
Move it. There's a priority around here. We're arming squires and children with igniters now. Waste a good
Damn,
gear.
yeah. It's like, when a game that I'm this excited for comes out, I pull all-nighters, man. I'm that hardcore.
Spare off in
Granted,
my hands.
it helps that I don't have a job right now, but still. Even if I did, I often would do that, and I regretted it, but...
Brute force, crude insults. The world is yours for the taking.
Care to say that again, boy?
We all have our reasons to
All night long indeed. I don't know why you're surprised. Remember when I played RE4 and RE4 Remake, how many all-nighters on those I pulled? Quite a few, actually.
Oh, another high and mighty Clamar, is it? You think your pretty words will measure up to pure Roussant strength?
Oh, forget the tribes. This is a matter of pride.
I love this man. He's so cool.
Now, you owe us both an apology.
Come on, no fighting in the ranks.
Yeah, if I love a game enough,
for making a scene.
I can play it for way longer than I think a lot of people. But a lot of people are like that, though, I think. Thanks.
Thanks. You didn't have to do that.
Wow.
Just felt like stepping in.
Yes,
Don't
you
worry
stream long at some points. Yep, true. I love doing that. I honestly do. It's my favorite thing when a game is just absorbing my soul. And so I run with it. And I usually regret it a little sometimes, but if I don't have anything to do the next day, it's usually the best goddamn thing.
Well, see you around. Try not to die out there.
And I'm extra excited to play this
Don't
game
make
because...
my job any harder, please.
I mean, first of all...
Your igniter.
This is basically the next Persona game, and you know how I am about that series. I love it to death. But also... So there was a demo of this game. I have played this part of the game in a few hours more, too. So I'm really eager to get to the point past where the demo ends.
These days, most come with their own magna crystals. So with practice, anyone can use magic. To an extent, anyway. It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. For now, newbies like you best focus on surviving.
The thing around his neck is apparently a magic igniter. I like the interesting magic technology in this game. I always love that kind of stuff in fantasy settings. It's very cool. The captain I spoke with earlier had one too. They must take on many different forms, like I saw on the main street.
And take this too. Protect it with your life.
But yeah, how you doing, Vic? Hope you're well, and hope you're
Wow,
chilling.
that's a real map.
And that the stream is doing something good for you.
It's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this is full of details.
Oh, the
Only
milk.
military
Oh,
could pull this together.
I don't know what it is with a lot of these pauses in the line readings, but it often makes me think that only part of the line is read. But I think in most cases, in this game at least, if part of the line is read, then the whole line is read. But I know that that's not always the case either. So it's like more. There's more voice acting, but definitely not full voice acting.
Listen up, striplings. My name is Captain Klinger. And as of this moment, you miserable lot are under my command. I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. But if you think you're on cushy security detail, think again. First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border.
I'm surprised because I could not go to work if I do something like that. Yeah, but remember, I don't have a job right now, so I'm taking full advantage of that. But yeah, like, when I had a job, I did it like once or twice, and I always regretted it, but yeah.
Our veterans there will teach you the one thing you need to master if you're to survive. Pain.
Perfect. That's exactly where our contacts hold up.
Enjoy tonight's sleep, because it's the last full night's rest you'll get. Dismissed!
Look at all the other recruits. They really are desperate for new blood. Oh, right. I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword. He'll also know right away why we've come. And don't worry, I'll recognize him. Well, the charming captain is probably right. We should get some rest before tomorrow.
Yeah, it's charming. Very sarcastic. Sleepy. Well, I'd say sleepy, but none of them can really sleep right now. Either of them, which makes sense.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Sorry to bug you.
It's kind of weird. I played this part of the game already, and I still feel weirded out that, like, the protagonist has full voice acting in an Atlas game. And honestly, a JRPG in general.
Look, I just have a lot on my mind. Can't seem to fall asleep.
And I think you'll like this fairy girl, Gallica, Vic. She's very cute.
I'd heard about what it was like in the capital, but still. When you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
In fact, her hairstyle sort of reminds me of Yukari. Yeah, I get you. No sleeping means going all zombie-like with real tough headache. Oh, yeah. Yep, it's fun. Quotation marks. Never gets easier, unfortunately.
It never gets easier.
Yeah, I could tell. Try to put it behind you, okay?
My.
Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all. These are the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
I'd rather not think about it.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I'll drop it. The prince was kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him. Oh, speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
Sure, I guess.
I gotta say, I've been curious. Thanks.
This is very cute. And also, the implications of this book are interesting. The girl, she's pretty. I thought you would.
It's what you call a fantasy story, right? So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved those kinds of stories. Okay, let's see. It says the young traveler was amazed by the world he saw. In this world, there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination.
Well, that'd be great. I'd love that. And I'm a white male. I just hate seeing people ostracized. Especially because, well, part of it is because I empathize because I am neurodivergent and also LGBT. So I am sort of in minority groups, but not as much as, like, people that are not white. But yeah. Gallica, yeah, that's her name. I like her.
Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess less differences means less to argue over. In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. Busy streets well traveled. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal. Whoa. I see. No magic, no tribal conflict, and equality for all? It really does sound like a fantasy. But it's strange to feel envious of a fictional world.
I think they're trying to say that this is Earth, but I don't think equality for all is how Earth works at all. But there is no magic, I guess.
Hey, are you asleep already? You know how hard it is for me to turn these pages on my own?
Meh.
Well, Guess I'll just read more later.
I know there's definitely groups fighting for equality. I consider myself among them, but
Good night.
yeah. It's obviously not equality. Anyway, she has a nice haircut. Yeah, I like her hairstyle quite a bit. I've always liked that sort of hair over one eye sort of thing. Record the events thus far? Yes, please. And also more short-haired women like that, generally. There we go. Oh yeah, this is a flashback. It's interesting. Because in Persona games, you also don't normally get so much background for your main character like this.
I'm glad we have this chance to talk.
This is much more your traditional, like, fleshed out main protagonist
And I hope that someday
in a JRPG.
we can make our kingdom like the place in this book. You said it was some kind of fantasy novel, didn't you? Our lives are decided at birth, by tribal purity, or by the differences that make us who we are. I don't want that to be the world we live in.
Let me get some for dinner, BRB. Alright,
Here,
buddy.
a perfect example. If you'd not sheltered me, I would never have survived. And yet, they burned your home down. It's tragic, and no one should have to suffer so. Someone needs to fix... You okay?
Oof. No is the answer.
Don't push yourself so hard.
Ow.
Reality is much too cruel. I know that.
Oof.
But I'll fight it. I'll fight to the end. I'm a prince. But I need to be a hero. One worthy of the throne. A hero? One who can lead. A beacon who will pierce the darkness when all seems lost. My father taught me that. In his stories, the kingdom was full of legendary heroes. So I can't give up. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. Not that I expect it will be easy.
What?
I believe in you. Familiar words. When I'm down, when I struggle, you're always there to help me through it.
Very cute.
Let's do it. You'll be a hero. Trust me.
Cute. Very wholesome. Could be construed as gay as well, but I think you're just supposed to be friends. But it's a very close friendship. It's very cute. And oof, man. There's a lot of very feminine males in this game. I was reminded of that by like the choker that he's got. It's a very feminine type of like clothing item. I find it interesting. There's a lot of very effeminate men in this game, including our prototype boy here. There's also a lot of very rough and tumble women in this game, which God, I love that. A lot of very regal women, but also at least one super ultra tomboy. So I'm loving this game, and I don't even know every character yet. Not even close. There's at least 2 party members that I do not know ass about, and I'm very excited to meet them.
Until arrival at the northern border fort, one day remains.
Let's see.
I wonder how far we've come. Let's find our destination, the northern border fort. You can view information about your surroundings in the world map. Use the movement keys to highlight the location you want to learn about, then press X. Question, can I save here? I don't think I can.
Hold on. This place here.
Let's do everything but where we need to go, because labor text.
Let's see.
Rentrat, huh? It'll probably be a while before we go back.
That's where you want to go.
That's the army campsite. We spent last night there.
Let's see here.
Was the plan to camp here tonight? The fort's just past it.
don't forget.
Northern Border Fort. This is where our contact should be, so hopefully we'll find him quickly. Got it.
Okay then.
All we can do for now is rest. We have a big day tomorrow.
The carriage transporting the new recruits arrives at its destination. The Northern Border Fort. The towering fortress was built during the Annex War in the mountains at the edge of the territory. Even now, soldiers are sent there for its strategic importance to the royal capital and to combat the rising waves of monsters. Fresh-faced soldiers disembark from their coaches at the foot of a steep ascent to the fort, the first of many uphill battles.
Oh, finally. Can hardly feel my legs.
Listen well, you lackwits. The battlefield is no place to sit on your asses, and the border front is always a battlefield. The call to arms could sound at any time. Stand to, curs. You have the honor to serve at the command of Captain Klinger, war hero, tactician, master of arms. When I earned rank in the trenches, forged in the blood of my comrades.
Wow, his ego is even bigger than his fucking stomach. Imagine that. By the way, I'm gonna go get some coffee so I don't have to deal with this asshole for a few minutes now. I really need some water because I'm talking a lot. I'll get both and probably a snack too. BRB. Also, yay! I remembered to turn my freaking mic off. And do be returned. Also, I remembered to immediately to get my voice going. I actually am so focused right now. I'm really proud of myself. I think I just cultivated this focus. Because I knew I needed it, and so I've been practicing mindfulness and that sort of thing, and it's really been paying off. Hell yeah. I'm not my ADHD brain. No, it feels like it sometimes, but I promise that's not all there is to me at all.
Spare us this drivel. Say, friend, I'm curious. What is it about that book that's captivated you so?
A world with only one tribe.
It tells of a world united as one tribe.
Protag friend has voice this time, Durg. Please get it through your brain.
No discrimination, eh? A far cry from our world, then.
What is with these pauses? They're like pretty long. I don't know what's up with that.
So it's describing a better world. A utopia, perhaps. I'm something of a reader myself, but that's not like any book I've read.
God, I'm so just enjoying life right now.
You know, when the late king took the throne, he was quite the idealist himself. He made grand claims about unifying the people under his rule. Never managed to do it in the end, of course. Reform takes more than high-minded, eloquent speeches. Maybe he was too blind to see that himself.
Listen to you. A babe with his first sword thinking he knows better than a king. Keep your mouth shut. No one cares what you think.
Jesus.
Nobody asked you.
Something to say? Go on. I'm listening.
Is it a fight you want?
If it's a fight you want, draw your blade.
Didn't think you'd just challenge me straight out. You've got guts for a lesser tribesman.
I think that's why he has guts. It would make sense.
Well, Clamar, I'll let it go this time. But only because I like your friend. Next time, keep your complaining to yourself.
Well, someone likes an Elder? Holy shit. Someone likes the Protag in Persona 5 too? Anyway. Persona 5 2, everyone hates you even more, Boogaloo.
Though I suppose I deserved it in part, speaking ill of the dead and all. My mouth tends to get ahead of my thoughts sometimes. Although, I'm glad a bad habit seems to have drawn us together. Oh, never got round to an introduction. I'm Stroll. Leon Stroll, son of the Count of Harlia. And you are?
I'm Durga.
That's my name.
I have that right? It's got a certain weight to it.
Well, thank you.
For what it's worth, my title doesn't mean much. Here and now, we're peers and equals.
I fucking love that. He's so fucking awesome. I love this dude. He's my favorite bro character, I think. Because there's always that one character who's like your bro in these, you know, Persona 3, 4, 5-esque games. And, like... Let's see, let me think real quick. Yusuke I don't like very much because he's horny and just kind of a mess. I like him, but Ryuji is an idiot and gets himself in trouble, but I like him a lot. Junpei is honestly the most kind of problematic person at the beginning of the game. For a good chunk of the game, really. So it's... like, all of them have faults that this man does not. And I feel like he's so virtuous and such a good person to a degree that those people could not be. But I think part of it might be because they're all teenagers to some degree or another. But there's definitely not zero teenagers that generally carry themselves better. But I think there's less for sure.
By the skin of my teeth! Now, where was I? Right, as for you, fresh meat.
Yeah, speaking of teenagers, I'm really, really glad that finally, our Protag is 18, so they're kind of skirting the rule there, but as far as I understand, all the other party members are adults, which, thank fucking God.
Someone help!
Is that a soldier? Hey, speak to me, man. What happened?
Listen. Stay on guard. It's too...
Not one of mine. Must be one of the fort's guard. Those damn vultures across the border. They must have heard about the king's death. Anyway, to the fort. Double time. I'll stay behind to see to the poor bastards' wounds.
So, what was it? What were you saying a few, minutes ago? Something about you're this, like, war hero, and now you're obviously acting cowardly. Oh my god.
You want us to go on ahead? Alone? Shouldn't we at least send a team back to ask for...
I knew fear would take you at the first step. You want to turn tail? Are you a traitor to the cause?
Saying the guy who just obviously had fear take him at the first step.
The guard has no place for cowards. You are part of His Majesty's Royal Army. Swallow your fear, fight with pride, and we'll all have medals this time tomorrow.
He's right. We're warriors. Up there is our first chance at glory and riches. Damned if I'm gonna waste it. Let's go.
Damn it. Well, I suppose this is what we signed up for. Onward, to the fort then.
Hey, I've got a bad feeling about this. It's hard to explain, but it's like there's a stench in the air, and it's getting stronger.
Hey, did something happen? Wait, is that a... fairy? Did you catch it yourself?
She's with me.
She's with me.
One day I'll remember to not say stuff when Protag Goon's talking, because I think like all of his voice lines are voiced. Which, holy fuck! I guess I'll voice them if all the goddamn sudden he know voicey, because the line will still be on screen and I'll just voice it. But yeah. Anywho,
Yes, and I have a name, by the way. It's Gallica.
she's cute. I like her.
So you travel together? You've stayed well hidden for quite a while.
Well, I didn't want anyone making a fuss. But we've got bigger problems right now. I can't shake this feeling. We gotta be careful.
Agreed. I'll follow orders, but I'm not about to let this armchair general send me to my death. Let's take a moment, then head in once we're prepared. I assume you know how to use an igniter properly?
I'm not so sure. He's never used one before. I mean, he's a commoner, so not much chance to.
Fair enough. Well, just stay behind me and you'll be all right. I swear I won't let you die. I'm with you.
Oh wow, that smile is disarming to my bias. Whoa. Stroll, a brave fighter trying to conceal his nobility has become your ally. It helps / doesn't help ? That he is like exactly my type, but like if he was a woman. Because I'm lean more in the woman direction, but I am bi, so basically he's my type, like 100%.
Oh, this is bad. I didn't think you'd actually have to fight anyone. I just hope our contact in the fort's okay. Let's keep our guard up and hope we find out. Okay?
Fuck the music. Shoji Meguro, you fucking god. That's all I have to say about the music. Other than everything else I will also say about the music because it's so good. Our ally is inside here?
Yep.
That's my guess. Somehow, we've got to find him. You're running with such purpose. What was that you were talking about? You said something about your ally?
Actually...
No, it's nothing. I was just worried about the soldiers inside. Yeah.
I see.
Well, whatever the case, the situation concerns me too. Let's go inside. holy shit gameplay in my intro. Holy fuck. Anyway. If you played Persona 4, you understand what I'm talking about. Because I'm pretty sure there were more cutscenes in that one before you got any kind of gameplay like this. Okay, you got some walking around earlier, but here's where actual combat's gonna happen, obviously.
There it is. That's a human.
Really interesting that they're called that. God, these cutscenes are fucking gorgeous.
We have to help the survivors.
This is like whole-ass anime quality to a degree that I've never seen before, but the budget keeps going up because they keep selling like hotcakes, so it makes sense. This is horrific. So many dead. Chris, I hope you're safe. That sentence hurts, and if you played the prologue before, like me, you know what that means.
Hurry.
There's no time to waste. If we look, we may find some that still draw breath.
This is bad.
We've got company. What's the deal with this one? It feels similar to that monster from earlier. It's smaller, but is that a human too? Looks like we're going to have to fight it. No, wait, if it's a human, do we even stand a chance? All the more reason we can't just let it be. Trust me, I have some history with them.
What do you think?
Besides, our only hope right now is to join forces and strike as one. Would you not agree? I agree. Oh, hey, he didn't voice that. Amazing. It feels like a Persona game again. I'm glad you still have your wits about you. Actually, it feels like an Atlas game again, actually, because SMT's like that too. With you here, we might just get through this.
Got it?
Look, we don't stand a chance against that thing if we attack it separately. We can only fight it if we work out a plan together.
Take care of it, please.
Understand? The two of us working as one. In bed. What? I'll trust your judgment on the timing of the attack and and your thrusts. In bed. What? Press triangle to engage in a squad battle alongside your allies. You can press triangle anytime, but if you use square attacks to stun enemies first, you'll start the battle with an advantage. Stay on the offensive by continuously attacking the square to deplete the enemy's break gauge that appears next to them, eventually stunning them.
Things will be fine.
That is a really satisfying system. I like it. When engaging in a squad battle against a stunned enemy, one party member will perform an advantageous initial attack. In addition, enemies remain stunned at the start of battle. Be sure to take advantage of this. Speaking of the battle, this music is crack cocaine to a degree that the other music in the game isn't even. And there's a battle theme that I find even awesomer than this one, if you can believe that. Being blind, perhaps. Like Vic obviously is. And I'm hoping some blind people that aren't Vic pop in here. That'd be cool. So I can just, like, let them know how amazing this game is. In squad battles, press square to attack with your equipped weapon, or press triangle to use skills, which consume MP. Performing an action will spend one turn icon, seen at the top of the screen. When all turn icons are consumed, the opponent's round begins. Literally kill it with fire. Dead.
I think I'm getting used to this.
I like that Unscathed Triumph gives you extra XP. I'm pretty sure that's not really a new thing, but I don't remember if it's ever been a thing in Persona. Oh, we pulled through somehow. I love that cute little happy sprite of hers. We're alive, and that's all I could ask. Let's press forward while we still can. Let's be careful, there could be another human lurking. That's so weird that these fucked up monsters are called humans, but that's gotta be important.
Wait.
Hold on.
Be careful.
There's another one. If it spots us, this could get nasty. But we have the element of surprise. We could catch it off guard if we strike now, right? You have to successfully attack an enemy without being seen using square. Its chance to inspire breakage will be depleted once for an instant time.
Okay.
Let's push through. This is our chance. Let's settle this quick. Let's go.
Cool.
Burn. Still up.
Burn to us!
There's no way I'm stopping here. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Feels the good. Now. Agility out my butthole. Actually, wait, no, I think you do start with one more point in, like, whatever you choose, maybe? Either way, I want some more agility so that I'm definitely dodging things. Then I will start doing actually, no, I'll start having magic catch up a little right now.
That was the last of them.
Nice! I bet we'll find a use for that.
God, this actually might be my favorite music so far. It might not even be the combat music right now. Because something about this exploration thing is so epic. I love it. Something about it. Like, every single piece of music in this game is epic as hell. To a degree that I don't even feel like is in a lot of other things. And I love that this is much more medievally. That is kind of my wheelhouse, musically, game music-wise anyways. The more medieval epic stuff like this, and they do such a good job of it. That's also kind of unique in its own way, because it's Shoji motherfucking Meguro. He's still breathing, but he's badly wounded. And Hilda, don't bloody touch me. I'm in a bad enough spot without you making it worse. That monster showing up was your fault, wasn't it? Bad luck follows you, people. Of course, this is how it ends. Damn it! Damn it all to bloody hell. Don't let it get to you. You're not to blame. Soldier appears to be dead. Good fucking riddance to that bigoted asshole. Frankly.
Run.
You're so young. Fresh recruit? Get away from here now. Thing is up ahead.
No.
Get away from here now. Thing is up ahead. Come on. I'm gonna try to really work on my inflection. I feel like a lot of even professional voice actors in games don't really have the right inflection a lot of the time, even these days. Part of me feels like I could be a good voice director with how I feel like I have a pretty good, like, sort of sixth sense almost for what inflection should be used where in a script, basically. There's still more soldiers left alive, right? We can't just run and leave them be. You're too late. That monster, we can't. Just run away! Stay away from that thing! Sorry, we're anime protagonists, no can do. Damn Delta! I knew this fort was cursed. You're why that horror attacked. Hey. Calm down, it's not his fault the human appeared. You must know that, surely? But everyone's dead. They all had families. And the Elder are to blame because I was raised to hate them, and that's the only fucking reason I think so. And that's why racism is stupid. Help me, Elder. I don't care anymore. I don't want to die. And then he dies, right?
Damn it.
At least he had a better response at the very end than the other guy. I'll give him the benefit. Okay, oof. Rip that guy. The other guy can go freaking burn in hell for all I fucking care. In fact, I feel like he probably is with an attitude like that. If you believe in hell, and if there is really a hell in this universe. I wonder. I don't think that was mentioned yet from what I understand. You two, perhaps you're searching for someone. That's right.
I get it now.
I thought as much. Now it makes sense. Why hide this from me? I trust you have a good reason. I'll tell you the truth.
What?
That cry, is that the human from earlier?
Was that?
Sounds like it came from the top of the tower. Maybe there are still soldiers fighting it there.
Hurry!
We'll handle our personal matters later. Rescuing any survivors takes precedence. To the top of the tower.
Let's hurry.
Whoops.
Brace yourself.
I don't know why I forgot to mash square for a second. But thankfully it didn't do much damage. Enemy ambush squad battles. If you're attacked in a dungeon, you'll be forced to... Actually, that might be literally scripted, so yeah. If you're attacked in a dungeon, you'll be forced into a squad battle that begins on the enemy's turn, which is dangerous, yeah. They really do punish you for that in this game. More than 5, that's for sure. This game is definitely a little harder than 5, I think. I like that they made it a little bit more difficult for what I can tell. But it still seems pretty balanced. Not crazy, which is exactly what I want. Challenging, but not ridiculous. Which is, you know, why I normally play games on mobile, imagine. Where penis, butt sex. Anyway. The roof is just up ahead. Might I have a moment? If I'm honest, I have my doubts there could be survivors. Facing that monster together may not even save anyone at this point. But I'm going to do it anyway. It's the noble thing to do. Isn't that just throwing your life away? Why do this if it's possibly for nothing? Because if there's a chance that there's even one survivor, then I'll not be the noble who runs away. Not this time. I could never live with myself. This time. Hey. And you. You plan to forge ahead despite the risk? I take it you refuse to die until you've found whoever it is you're searching for. There's no turning back.
Leave it to me.
There's no way I'm running for... Holy shit. He's like a Persona protagonist again. That'll never get old to me. By the way, I fucking love his port. I love all the portraits. The portraits in these games are just godlike, just like this fucking music. I've always loved these choir vocals, and they're really using them so fucking well. And they've kind of got this interesting, like, lilt to them. It's a little different than I feel like I hear in a lot of these games. Shoji Megaro's a god. I'm gonna repeat that this whole game. Get used to it. I see.
I'm heading out.
Well then, lend me your strength.
What do you think?
This feeling. I knew it. A human familiar is up there. What should we do?
Yep.
Well, considering this is how we progress... Spoilers, we're gonna do something rash. Sorry, Gallica. Although we won't really have a choice, because it decides to be rash first.
Damn. Such tremendous power.
And such a fucked up character design. Welcome to Welcome to the absolute state of JRPG enemies, man. Anyway.
It's horrible. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
We can't let it get away with this. We have to hold it off somehow. Damned humans. It was all because of them.
God, it's so weird to hear that shit. As, you know, a human being playing this.
We'll just have to make it work.
I like her thigh-high boots. They're very cute. Also her dress. She's just fucking adorable, man. I want to squeeze her against my chest like I do my cats. I literally hold my cats upside down like a human baby. Because I love them so much. I know at least one other friend that does that. No, the mission depends on our survival. This song is crack because Shoji Meguro is a fucking god.
I won't hold back! Fire! Vile monster! You're mine! The power of fire!
You'd think because it looks like it's made of plants that that'd be effective, but yeah, this is obviously a scripted fight. I don't think I need to tell you that.
What's going on? It didn't even flinch.
Damn it all! I'm not going down like this. Let's go.
Homo Gorlio. I'm sure those names mean something, and I'm sure that the Homo part is, you know, Homo sapiens. So, yeah, they're literal humans, but how? Because those look very far from what we would consider what a human looks like. In fact, all the races in this game, especially the Elda, and I'm sure that's important too, look much more human than the humans in this game. Much more. What can I do? The prince is my best friend. I need to save him. I can't die in a place like this. And yet...
You two, run!
But...
Above all else, I am a noble, and a noble defends his people, no matter the cost. Farewell. If you would repay me, then live.
Stroll charges in, apparently. Thankfully, why would they kill a hot guy? We're fine.
Stroll! Don't be a fool. Just run for it.
By the way, I really recognize his voice.
Oh, fate-saddled child.
Protagonist, but I forget from what, other than obviously the demo of this game. But definitely something else.
Thy fate is crown-twined, thy soul bound for the throne. A future yet unknown dawns in this moment.
Wait, you know that sort of sounds like...
But only one may be chosen.
I feel like this voice might be the voice of that dark-haired elf woman. Or dark-skinned elf woman. Which I find interesting.
So be it.
It might not be her, but...
lies in the soul that stands firm against its fears.
She's obviously important. I know she's a social link equivalent.
Awaits thy command.
Later.
The time has come to awaken the hero within.
And because it's Persona, we gotta have an awakening. Because this game... See, this game's title is supposed to be a metaphor, but if you squint really hard at the title, it actually says Persona 6. And then Persona 6 will actually be called Persona 7. Because gestures at this. And that's all I have to say about that. God, this is so awesome, though. And again, they get away with a lot of blood and shit for a teen rating. I'm kind of surprised they managed that. But I'm glad they did, because I've always felt like Persona did not include the M rating. Did not deserve the M ratings. And also, I have a specific interest in showing off a Persona game that is rated teen. So basically, I go to a therapy place and there's a club that I'm in. Basically, in order to sort of supplement our therapy, our therapist actually did an experiment, basically, where he started a group for the gamers in the club to sort of like, you know, we're all sort of socially awkward people, so he's kind of basically helping us socialize and become more comfortable being around people by talking about games and playing games together. So the thing is, because we're playing it at a mental health facility, they have rules, and we can only play up to teen-rated games. Thankfully, I can finally show off my favorite series and all the very therapy-relevant themes in these games there, because this game isn't rated M, so I'm very hype about that.
What the heck is going on? Anyway, we've got to find a way to fight back.
Wind!
Alright, that did the trick.
And always, the protagonist awakens first. It's just like the rule. I feel like if someone besides the protagonist awakened first in Persona 6, I feel like a rift would open and fucking the whole world would just be doomed. What's more, it can use magic despite its lack of an igniter. But you're literally doing that too, dude. We're fine.
Are you okay?
Than before, at least, anyway.
If we don't push back, we're dead. Can't we fend off those attacks somehow?
Attacking weak points. Certain enemies are weak to certain affinities. After you've hit one of these weaknesses, the word weak will be displayed. Again, very Persona staple, although weaknesses aren't really anything new to Persona, but the way they're utilized sorta is, from what I understand. But after Persona started being a thing, I'm pretty sure more games started following that formula, but don't quote me on that. Hitting an opponent's weakness or scoring a critical hit against them will only decrease the turn icon by half. Oh, so you get more turns that way. And yeah, this is how the SMT is getting mixed in here, because press turn icons. They've got a similar system here.
Looks like it mainly attacks with the head wings and blade feet. We could target those.
Let's go.
So this is a tutorial on bosses, even though we won't be fighting one of those for a little while. Let's first get rid of these blades that he keeps slashing at us with, huh?
Scour!
That's it! Stay on
The freedom of a wanderer. Come forth, royal soul! Wind!
Done! We've got to hit the other spots too.
I won't hold back! Scour!
You hit their weakness.
The freed, let's go! Wind! Alright, how's that?
Alright. Where, boss music time, where, this music is good, because you Maguro's a god. So now we gotta target the vine, obviously. I like this mechanic.
It's eating its own fruit to heal? We can't kill it fast enough. It's just gonna fix itself up no matter what we do. Pig, I can't believe it's eating from its own body. Can you knock those apples off?
Seeker! Scour! Vitus power! Wind! Still up?
If we don't take out those apple things, I think we'll regret it. You know, maybe there's something I can do. Hey, can you let me handle this?
If Gal's gonna knock down apples to keep the foe from healing, yes, thank you.
Understood. Leave it to me.
Tiny but strong!
Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there.
Come
Hell
forth,
yeah.
royal soul!
I hope she'll help in a... Like, I hope she'll have a way to help in, like, every boss fight. That'd be cool. Because she doesn't fight normally.
Let's go!
But she has a sword. Which, you know, is the reason she was able to cut them down. So I like that. So she'll be able to help out. And I'm hoping other boss fights. I just kind of thought about that. Because I haven't seen another boss fight yet. I didn't actually get to the Necromancer in the demo. I'm pretty sure you could. I'm pretty sure I heard that you could. But I just kind of ended the day. I actually wanted to experience that during, you know, this first playthrough of the full game. Because then it wouldn't be a cliffhanger.
Seeker! Scour!
Heals the good. Oh, you got one of the apples as, I guess, a healing item, which is nice.
I feel stronger.
It has to be a healing item. It was healing itself with them. Let's actually just keep magic and agility even. But agility a little bit more, because I did say I'm fast. And again, small but fast makes sense for him. He is pretty small.
Power is born of the heart, a wish from which thy strength is drawn. Yet fear and anxiety always trail in such a wish's wake. Since time immemorial, those we call heroes have earned the title through this order. They pursued their wishes and boldly walked a path of virtue. What thou hast awakened is the true spirit of a hero. The power that lies dormant in all of us. The power to reforge the fear of the unknown into curiosity.
I love that. Because I think a lot of people would benefit from that, and that's been something that's been taught in mindfulness for hundreds of years. Maybe thousands? I forget how old that concept is, but we all know it's very old.
If thou wouldst change the world by thine own hand, take this newfound power and venture forth. Thy journey shalt reveal thy soul's mission.
What was that voice? And you! What was that power you used? You had a metal heart, and your whole body was... It was crazy! Look, that stroll guy is still alive!
I'll be damned. Someone actually survived.
That voice... Grius! Oh, thank goodness, you're alive!
Gallica, you made it.
He's our man on the inside, the one I'm delivering the message to.
He's badly hurt. You, boy, lend me your shoulder. We'll need to carry him. The smell of blood will draw out the beasts. Let's not hang about. The lad's out cold, but he'll live. We should be fine if we take a moment's rest here.
Oh, you're a sight for sore eyes, Grius. Just wish it were under better circumstances.
We're both alive, and you can't ask for much better in these parts. Sorry I couldn't join you in the fray. So, this is our newcomer, eh? How'd this boy manage to command power like that?
It's like nothing I've ever seen. Do you know anything about it?
I might. For now, the mission comes first.
I need to be RB really quickly again. Just like me, he has a weird tone to what he's saying. It's just hard to lose. Like, he thinks it's completely justified, and I think that's bullshit. But I see some harsher things. So, like, but it's a critical, right? I want to acknowledge it, but I also say worse things, do worse things. But you also impact my own state. So that's you still burnt? Yeah, I just kind of felt like I needed to.
Right. I'd better just get straight to the message. Grius, you have a new mission. Avenge the king. And kill Luis Guillaburn.
Well, good. It's about damn time. Those scheming nobles haven't said so publicly, but every soldier knows it was nothing natural that killed the king.
Wait, there's more. The prince is getting worse. We're running out of time. Here, look. I brought a treasure from the village. They called it a farsight mirror. You need to see the prince's condition for yourself.
Through the mirror, through the mirror lies the prince, deep in slumber in the hidden village.
His Highness won't last much longer. Those thorns are thick enough to claim him.
Luis cast the curse, so killing him is the only way to lift it. If we wait any longer, you're just gonna crown a new king.
I honestly do not remember or even realize why they know exactly. If they even do, I think they do though. That Luis is the one that did that. And also that he killed the king. I'm not quite sure why they know that, but I think Grius is part of why.
Who's Luis?
Is that a real question?
Meh. Flushbook Twin.
About 15 years ago, a child enlisted in the army. But it wasn't his age that had people talking. It was his ruthless military genius. Hero to some, monster to others. Luis Guillaburn, a prodigal tactician and a master of Magla arts. Some said it was only a matter of time before he made general, the youngest the nations had.
Until he attacked the prince.
That night, when the prince's quarters were breached, it was no ordinary mage who cast that fatal curse. It was Luis Guillaburn himself. But the son's death wasn't enough for him. Now he's got the father's blood on his hands. And if that king-slaying fiend ends up on the throne, we're all doomed.
But when we were exploring the royal capital, there were a lot more Luis supporters than I expected. How can they still trust him after all that?
Luis is cunning. He left no evidence. Accuse him as you will, but the allegations wouldn't stick. All they could do was send him as far away as possible.
Okay, that makes sense.
A post in the middle of nowhere.
I see.
Plenty of soldiers never believed the charges in the first place. When they look at him, they see a capable veteran unjustly made into the noble scapegoat. Most think the Royal Army was at its best when he was in charge. And in truth, it's hard to deny. Without him, we'd never have crushed the rebel uprising so quickly.
That makes a lot of sense. I forgot this part of the intro, which is another part of the reason why I'm glad we're redoing it. Because a lot of this exposition flew over my head first time I played, because that's often what happens. Because I'm receiving a lot of information, and I can only retain so much.
Damn the man. But he's earned his titles. He's mastered the blade, magic, and he's clearly intelligent. To the masses who want change, he seems the savior they need.
I still feel like it's a little bit of a... I don't know if Deus Ex Machina is the right word, but it's very plot convenient that we just know he absolutely killed the king, and absolutely was the masked person that we see later that also cursed the prince. I just feel like that's all very convenient, and I feel like it might not actually be true, but it could be his lackeys. I don't know. Maybe I'm forgetting things that might have already been said or are said later in the intro about, like, how we know it's all Luis, but, like, no one was actually there, right? Besides him in the king's chambers, right? And he was masked when he cast the curse, right? So how do we know? I don't think that's explained. Anyway, that's the only plot gripe I have so far.
This isn't going to be easy.
That's the only plot gripe I have so far. Ooh.
That's a hell of a mission. And I want in.
And I feel like I have to stress that it's a plot gripe that might be born of completely forgetting something that was already said or not having realized it.
So that's your game, eh? Pretend to sleep, eavesdrop on the plan. You're a fool to give yourself away.
If you want my blood, then let your blade strike true. I'm not going to run. Not from you, and not from a chance to do what's right.
Look, Grius, he saved our lives back there. And it sounds like we could use the help. Seems like kind of a waste to kill him. Especially if he's volunteering.
Then answer me this. The boy's all but a stranger to you, yet you risk your life to save him. Why?
I would live, fight, and die a noble, sir. To have done otherwise would betray my title, to say nothing of my heart.
I'm losing my edge. Make me regret this, and I will slay you where you stand.
You'll let him help us?
Right then. My life and sword are yours.
That sounds a little gay. In fact, you could construe that as hand in marriage and penis. I'm just saying. Anyway.
As far as the rest of the world's concerned, you perished in that castle. You'll find the job ahead will be easier for a dead man. Your lives are kept only by the blades in your hands, and you'll raise them at my command.
We have to.
Save the prince from his curse and defeat Louis Guilbert, the treasonous fiend who not only attacked the prince but ordered the king. Yeah, I'd love if that was so easy.
Louis will also be at the royal funeral. If we're not back to the capital by then, we lose our chance at his head. But no main roads. That'll mean checkpoints and questions. We're bound for a different route. We'll cut through the abandoned mine up ahead to save us going the long way round. For tonight, see to your wounds. We'll leave at first light. I'm counting on you.
Yes, the battle-hardened veteran has become your penis. No, brain. I am all about dicks today, apparently.
Feels like the mission is finally starting. Let's set up our camp then.
Now, we should finally be able to get some rest.
I really like Grace.
This your first deployment, boy? Thank your lucky stars you survived a brush with a human.
What the hell was that? It was like no beast I've ever seen.
Didn't you hear him? It was a human.
No one truly knows. They're protected by Magla, so even the sharpest steel does little good against them. They're no simple beast. All we do know is with every passing year, more of their kind tear travelers apart. That was why I was first sent undercover here, investigating.
And? Did you learn anything?
Simmer down, boy. There wasn't a damn thing to be found on those monsters. Well, the moon's still low. If you've any other questions, now's the time.
Tell me more about the mission.
I want to hear about the mission.
With numbers like this, a head-on assault would be suicide. Quick, covert assassinations are best bet. Kingslayer or no, Luis has a lot of public favor behind him. To the people, he's the only man with the wit and war power to bring down humans. The military seems powerless to stop them, so he plays savior. The man's practically a monster himself. By your age, he was not only a master tactician, but damn near an archmage besides.
And the three of us alone are supposed to stop him?
We'll just have to blend in with the crowd at the funeral. I won't abide him surviving the ceremony. He will die by my hand.
Why should you keep the really dangerous stuff away, I hope? What's that power in you, I wonder? Grace seemed to know something about it. Persona! Wait, no, this isn't Persona. I forgot for a second. Excuse me. I say for a second. I forget every time anything's similar to Persona 5, which is, real often. For good reason. It's a formula that's very, very, very good. In my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinions. Well, hey, I say use it or lose it. That said, let's take a rest of the day off. I want to talk to the people because dialogue is cool. Sure, if you want, but let's take a break eventually, okay? Don't worry, I'm just going to talk to both of them and then sleepy time. Never in all my life have I witnessed something like that power you used. Tell me, is that some sort of magic? I suppose it couldn't be, not with the igniters we were supplied with at least. Yours was broken in the commotion besides. incredible. If only I'd had that kind of power back then. Apologies. I'm just thinking out loud. Today's been a trying day for us both, so let's get some rest. You've done a fine job delivering that message, lad. It's finally time for us to act for His Highness. You want to ask about the power, don't you? I had a question of my own. You seem to know a great deal about the royal family. Before you infiltrated the army, who were you?
Indeed.
Nothing of a mercenary, and in as much as he gave me the honor of being His Highness the Prince's tutor in swordplay. None of the attack, I was there.
I see.
Truly, that's incredible.
You know...
Don't you want to take the rest of the day off? Eat. Good, I'm good.
Can't sleep? Guess I'm not surprised after what we just went through.
I swear to God, those pauses are way too long. They could just squish that together in whatever sound editor they used or however they put it in this game. I'm sure it was something like that. They probably used some sort of sound editor and then, like, put them in, like, you know, whatever the heck they used to put all this stuff in the game. And I just feel like they could have just cut a lot of that silence out, and there'd be a lot less times where I'm like, oh, that's the whole line. No, it's not.
Still, you've got to keep yourself rested to be at your best.
God, this, like, watercolor-esque sort of, like, style is so good. It's kind of weird to me. I'll be honest, it's a little strange to me. I think it's supposed to look like a picture book, though. It makes a lot of sense because of the whole fantasy theme. I love how Atlas runs with their themes so fucking hard to degrees that I don't think any other company does. Really. I say that, but I feel like Japanese games are really big about that. Making everything about their themes. To a degree that I don't think really Western games do, in my experience. I know.
I know. I will.
I wanted to tell you, though. When the human attacked, I heard a strange voice. It told me my duty would be to guide you. What do you think it meant? I mean, I haven't exactly been much of a guide so far.
I'll go.
All I told you was that we had to deliver our message, and that almost got you killed.
Oof.
I never expected it would be this dangerous, and it feels kind of like it's my fault.
Fucking hold her against your chest right now. Oof. It's kind of your fault. Jesus. Okay. I like this because, well, I mean, he's obviously trained in the sword and he knew this would be dangerous, right? So, yeah.
I don't really mind.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice of you to say.
Oh, yeah?
Look, I can't fight with you,
Mm-hmm.
but as long as you're up against all this scary stuff, I'll try to help however I can.
Well, and you have. You did save our asses by cutting those apples off the dude, because otherwise he would have just killed us because he was able to keep healing, right? So, you know.
You've got something special, you know.
I
don't know what it is just yet, but I believe in you.
It's protagonist powers.
Oh, hey, you know what
the smile is
good
cute.
for? Catching up on reading.
True. Also, Vigigams. Case in point. Although it's not
Running out of
insomnia,
lines for
it's
anything
hype.
about the world in your novel.
In this case, for me right now.
It's just war after war here.
Michael.
With Magla arts fueling the flames, but it's a nice fantasy. Enjoy it while you can.
Oh, yeah.
Good night.
Oh, yeah. This is where we meet good man and also his good kitty cat.
I've been waiting.
Meow. The cat is so beautiful. It's got like tiger and leopard like markings. It's so interesting.
You truly
Okay,
are
the
an
pretty fucking men in this game. I love it. There's a lot of very pretty men in this game. It's great.
fascinating.
As a
In the
bi
words
man,
where your
yes,
heart
please.
is most gripped by the book, I can reach out to you. My name is Moore, and I am the humble author
Oh,
of the
interesting.
novel you've been reading.
Oh, that's interesting. I thought his name was Moray with an... Like, that's how I would pronounce that. Just Moore? I wonder if that's supposed to be symbolic of more something? More knowledge? That's my first thought. I don't know. Because, you know, he's in a library. More understanding?
You stand now in my study. Quite something, isn't it? A hall of wisdom, purpose-built for the research of certain powers.
I need more of more. I cannot be the first person that's made that joke. Or at least the only one that will, right? But yeah, I love his voice. He's great. And he's very stylish.
I call it academia. Alas, it's as much a
He's even got,
privilege
like...
as a library. His most merciful majesty saw fit to lock me in this place.
He's even got, like, heels. I wonder if he's supposed to be trans. That would make a lot of sense. I like that, if that's true.
It has me a bit addled, honestly. I no longer remember where in the kingdom my study actually
Now, granted, more might be more of a they them or but like I said my brain jumps to he because of the fact that his voice is very masculine, or masculine enough. I wouldn't say very masculine. I'd say really about as masculine as my voice is, which I don't feel like it is. No, I think his voice is definitely more softer and feminine than mine, but anyway. All I was really talking about was the fact that my voice is high, but for a lot of guys, but yeah. Especially guys my age, which is 30, but anyway.
I never imagined my voice would reach beyond these walls. Until you appeared. And now, by whatever strange forces are afoot, I can speak directly to your mind. So, what would you say to an alliance?
What kind?
What kind of alliance?
There must be more you wish to know. For instance, the nature of this fascinating power you've awakened to. I believe you have found a way to wield true magic. You need no petty conduit of mortal make. You can even change your appearance using the raw magma within. It is above all a mystic, long-hidden art. Now the stuff of legend. What I have come to call archetypes.
Archetypes?
A spirit of heroic virtue. A transformative power that manifests only in those who embody the heroes and kings of old in some core aspect. Heroes of antiquity are often depicted as near mythic figures, with forms transcending the mortal. These accounts are no mere allegory, but truth. However, none of my records describe anyone wielding such power as freely as you. Perhaps you are meant for not just proficiency, but mastery. In their truest form, archetypes represent the power of a true hero. One who can drive away calamity and evil in this world, no matter its form. Indulge me this request, and I believe my dream may yet be possible. Together, we can restore the kingdom's ideals.
I love the, like, staticky way that the white paint, or whatever, moves around like it's made of, like, chalk or something. I think that's supposed to add to the kind of, like, the storybook drawing aesthetic thing.
I shall gladly
which I like a lot.
provide you knowledge and assistance to master your newfound power. So what say you? Will you take my hand in friendship?
And possibly more? Ha! Gay! Anyway. Okay.
Okay.
The bargain is struck then.
I hear a voice from somewhere.
The scholar in search
Yeah,
of
who?
utopia, more. Within him dwells the virtue of the seeker.
I swear to God that's the same voice of the dark-skinned elf lady that runs the Igniter shop. Or at least it's a very similar voice. But no, I think it's literally her, but like, what does that mean?
Nurture thy bond with him, and a new
It is a
power
him.
yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
He is a him, but he dresses very femininely. That's based as fuck.
Now let's see what manner of story you'll weave.
And literally has makeup and everything. I say very femininely. The only really feminine thing about him is the heels. Which, like... Are heels supposed to be this, like, sacred feminine thing? Because I swear to God, heels just are in, like, 75% of female anime character game designs for some reason. I don't really get it. Anyway. Because, you know, women definitely wear other types of shoes. And they usually only wear heels to, like, super formal stuff. But... Or, like, whenever they... Or just, like, you know, out to party and stuff like that. But, But, like... Anime, like, 75% of anime girls wear heels all the time. I don't get it. Anyway. I think it's supposed to be sexy and feminine. And I do sort of get that, but anyway. I can now study the Seeker once unlocked in Academia. As the party changes between archetypes. Once unlocked in Academia. Very nice. Since heroic embodiment of the Seeker for more. So yeah, this is an interesting system and I like it a lot. Because normally your classes are way more fixed in a game like this. I love what they've done with this system so far. It feels a little bit less flexible than I feel like it should be. But I also have not really gotten into the options that I'm sure there will be later after the tutorial. After the, prologue, I mean. Like, after. Like, way after. The 3 days after the prologue that we have access to in the demo. Moore is the first of your followers, aka friggin' confidants, aka friggin' social links. People that support your quest to steadfast allies you can grow closer to, aka social links. You're not slick, Atlas. We know it's just Persona. Stop using different terms to make us think it's not Persona. Anyway. Strengthening your bonds with followers will lead to unlocking various abilities that can change the shape of your journey. More is just the first of many, so keep an eye out. There will be more, you could say. God, there's so many puns you could make there.
Here's to our joined path, and the thrills that yet lie ahead.
Just like our joined bodies in the bed. Anyway, I am just all full of horny jokes today. Wait, hold on. I say today like that's anything new. I had to think about that for half a second. It's like, I'm always this horny. What am I talking about? Anyway.
Already then? From here on, we travel in secret. If we're to get back into the capital, we'll have to do it undetected.
His voice is so good.
So we'll cut through the forest, find the abandoned mine shaft in the mountain, and take the tunnel to the other side.
It also really just fits his gruff, like, demeanor. By the way, the markings on his face remind me a bit of the main character from SMT3. Not that I know much about SMT3. Nocturne. I just have, well, seen that game. Like that thing through his eye. I remember that, a very similar marking to that on the face of the Demi-Fiend, I think he's called.
That way they'll never see us coming, huh?
Lad, you'll be our vanguard. It'll be a trial by fire. But the sooner you get used to that power, the better.
Speaking of, you were talking like you know something about it.
Not much. Just what I've picked up from missions in the early days. I've only heard it's a power found in those who walk a righteous path. Sounded like superstition to me, but everything's always clearer on the battlefield. Once I saw it in action, I could tell it was no fable. Never thought it'd come back to haunt me. Despite all my training and research, I never managed to master it myself.
Huh. It really is something special.
Don't forget, one wrong move and I'll cut you down.
I'm aware.
I kind of wonder what Grease's beef is with Stroll, because this is a dynamic that continues for pretty much the whole prologue, and I don't really understand where it comes from for Grease. Maybe I'll get a better idea this second time around.
I'm watching you.
Yes, I get it. Just trust me, alright?
Maybe it's not trusting nobles?
Right. Let's check the map. This'll all be for nothing if we get lost.
You said just trust me, Stroll, like he's gonna ever do that. Unfortunately, I don't think so. Yeah, what is his problem with Stroll? Is it just to have drama in the game? I don't know. I don't really feel like there's a reason for him to be like that. They're called the Nord Mines, apparently. Going through them would put us near the capital. Maybe he just has trust issues with anyone that isn't, like, from his, like, group. Which makes a lot of sense. Maybe that's all it is. They're called the Nord Mines, apparently. Going through them would put us near the capital, it seems.
That being the case...
This road should take us to Grand Trad.
Alright.
Penis. We'll check for our way around. Next stop, Grand Trade.
Hold on.
Stop.
That's Northern Border Fort. I have no intention of going back. The Nord Mines are full of complex paths. We can go through them to approach the capital and detect it. We'll be going through the Nord Mines. Are you ready? Yay. Good. We should hurry. Our focus is making it to the royal capital. And I want to hurry to make it to places I haven't been in this game yet. Anyway.
It is resource-rich with magla crystals. Its proximity to the capital simplified crystal excavation. But the Sanctus Church's sudden proclamation of closure stopped work in its tracks. Exiting the forest, the party continues along the wooded road leading to the derelict mine.
The mine's entrance should be just ahead. Don't stray off the path.
Huh?
What's the matter?
What happened?
I may be imagining it, but I can't help but feel we're being watched.
No.
It's deep in the wilderness, though. Couldn't be. Sorry, I'm just on edge.
Don't let your guard down.
Looking for an opening to escape? I forget I have my eye on you. First you wanted to not have him around, now you're thinking he's gonna escape. Grace, I don't get why he has a stick up his ass about Stroll so much. I really don't understand. Hey, look up in the air. An enlarged bird is known as the corva. It stalks its prey from the sky, then goes in for an ambush. So what now? If we needed another addition to our list of problems, maybe we can hide and wait it out. No, we need to keep moving. We're already low in time as it is. Besides, let me guess, you can move much faster if I died back there and didn't need to keep an eye on me? Come on, I have a limited faith. Let's go. Should I? If you're truly worthy and demonstrate it, we need to move. Okay. I know it's like, this guy is like from his group, right? But he doesn't know me either, right? He knew that we were a contact from like his secret group, right? But he didn't know us. We are also younger and shorter and smaller than Stroll, and he assumes that we're worthy, and the opposite of Stroll. Is it? Did he have someone against Noble? I don't know. I don't understand. Anyway.
Pushing forward.
Maybe there's context I'm forgetting or never really realized was there, because sometimes my ADHD brain likes to just completely not hear things that I'm hearing. Anyway, Hundos, the beasts hunt in packs. Should they come to us together, we'll be overwhelmed if we're not careful. We can't give them the chance to surround us. We'll need to find a different path for now. Why do you hesitate, lad? It's just a pack of wild dogs, barely worth a motive to worry for someone such as you. Of course.
Oh.
Good, you're starting to catch on. Don't let fear paralyze you. Why don't you talk like this to Stroll? Anyway. First, take a good look at your foes. Consider, is this your first meeting or are you already familiar with them?
Got it?
Once you've assessed their strength, prepare your next move. If they're stronger, approach with caution. If they're weak, cut them down quickly. Now, size up that Hundo. What do you make of it? It's weaker. Indeed. It's without a death grip of the fort, so it should be hardly a challenge. Yeah, so those guys are nice, easy XP. Is what they're literally for, it seems like. Even into... pretty deep into the next dungeon we have. Like, the first one, actually. The first, like, palace from P5-like dungeon that we have access to. Press L2 to activate face sight and identify an enemy's strength via their color. Lower level enemies will glow blue, enemies at the same level will glow yellow, and higher level enemies will glow red. Unknown enemies will appear white. When you have leveled it to a point where you think you could overpower certain enemies, you can simply approach the enemy to see if their color has changed. When engaging weaker foes, clear your mind and simply do what must be done. Put them to the sword. Weak enemies can be defeated quickly with a simple square attack. If this should be attacked on the field by a weaker enemy, will not force you to squad battle, though the protagonists will still take damage. If so, when a cursor is over an enemy, you will lock onto that enemy. The enemy will always be in view and you can easily close the distance by attacking. Understood? Now try it for yourself. Yeah, murder to one. Yeah.
Hopefully that's the last of them for a while.
I'm way more tired than I thought I would be. I honestly feel like I do need to quit here. I really thought I would get through it tonight, but I'll get through it tomorrow. I will get through the tutorial tomorrow because I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna play this when I'm freaking awake until I'm tired again. Minus stuff that I need to get done throughout the day. So, besides this. But yeah, because I've decided I need to get it done. So, yeah, no, I won't get through it today, but I never did the demo in the first sitting either. I'm more tired than I thought I would be. I thought I'd be able to go all night. I felt absolutely filled with energy a couple hours ago, but not anymore. And it makes a lot of sense because I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night either. So I think I should honestly save and quit when I can. Next time I can. Because I'm really sleepy. I did not expect to be, but tomorrow I'm gonna play the shitting fuck shit out of this game, at least. But that's after I get to a place where I can save, which I do not think is here. Never drop your guard, even against weaker foes. On the battlefield, fortunes can turn if you let up for even a moment. Should that happen, change your tactics and fight together as one. Stay calm and you'll be fine. Press triangle to initiate a squad battle against an enemy in the field. If you use triangle to initiate a squad battle on an enemy after depleting its break gauge with square attacks, the battle starts with a great advantage in your penis. Why did I say that? In your favor. However, if you are attacked by an enemy stronger than you, you will be forced into a battle where the enemy is at an advantage. Survey the situation and use different methods to fight. Never stop looking for ways to seize any tactical advantage. Fighting in dungeons. Evaluate the enemies in your vicinity and decide whether you'll dispatch them quickly with square attacks to stun them first, or jump directly into to a strategic squad battle using triangle. Phase sight will help you determine your battle approach while staying out of enemy reach. Use it to be as efficient as you tackle a dungeon.
I'm counting on you.
Is there a replacement for first-hand experience? Get comfortable with fighting before we reach Grand Trad. I need to be sure you can defend yourself.
Push through. Let's give him a fight.
If you're trying a battle, if you're not happy with how the battle is going, you can start from the beginning by pressing L3. I like that a lot. I haven't used it yet. but I like that. Skill selection assist. Pressing R2 assist will automatically move the cursor to an enemy who has a weakness to a skill you have.
Come forth, royal soul. Wind.
Yeah, why would it be weak to winds? It's just like, weakness to skill. My brain went, is it weak to the skill I have? Because that's often what it's talking about. But yeah, it's just telling me generally. But I feel like it should demonstrate a weakness then. I don't think that fight actually did that. But hey. Generally, I think this tutorial is great. And I like this intro better than Persona intros. It feels... less forced? Or something. It feels better to me. It's hard to put into words why, but it does. It feels less slow-paced. It feels like it feels like the story is already... Okay, how do I explain this? It doesn't feel like a this prologue does not feel like a prologue in the best way I could possibly mean that. I think that's the best way I can think of saying that right now. It's just very action-y and very epic, and it's its own really epic story arc, but then the real one begins. It's really fucking good. I say real one, bigger one.
Well, that about does it.
Looks like it's not safe yet. Stay alert.
It's almost like a microcosm of the full game. Instead of being a really long-winded, kind of boring intro, like, frankly, I feel like generally the intros for Persona 4 and 5 are, off the top of my head. I don't know about 3, but 4 and 5 for sure. I feel like 3 is faster and a better intro, but I don't know about that. God, I love this UI. It's so good. This game is for babies. I'm really embracing the Crystal memes. I love her and her stream so much. Question, can I save here? I don't think so. Oh no, yeah, no, save is not a thing here. I feel like the menu's a little different now. Huh, I wonder why exactly. I wonder why they changed it. It's not that different, but the pause menu is a little different. By the way, I love how it's light blue, because that's my favorite color ever. By the way, speaking of which, there's some interesting cool blue accents on the back of Stroll's jacket there. I likey. And as always, I like quite a bit the design sensibilities of Atlas main characters. I always have. Looking at a better look at you, I'd say you aren't bandit material. I guess I'm just on edge. I know it's funny to think so in a deserted place like this, but I feel like I'm being followed. What are you doing in such a remote place? Whoa, I'm not your enemy, friend. I'm just a peddler. I have a regular nearby, so I came for business. But the beasts are real bloodthirsty today, so I assumed a human appeared. For instance, have you heard about the human who appears from nowhere and wipes out entire towns? Terrifying, no? Yeah, someone has, that's for sure. My apologies, didn't mean to sour the mood. Hey, would you be interested in buying something? Yeah. Just for now, bunch of these medicinal herbs. I like and find it interesting that to start off with, you actually have access to the second tier of healing medicine. If I buy a revival medicine, it's literally everything. I shouldn't because I really want to make sure I have a lot of these, and if I use these well enough, then I won't need the revival medicine. Like, spending almost all my gold on one item just feels very inefficient. Very non-smooth. Oh yeah, that'll help, though. Okay, now I'm gonna buy one. 2? Yeah, just in case. Okay, it makes more sense because you would have more money there because you would be able to save. And I might as well just become broke. Make sure I have enough healing stuff. Can you tell that I use healing stuff liberally or not? Surely. Oh, have you found something worth selling? Yep, I did. Plenty of stuff in these woods, lots of rubbish, but some materials too. You won't catch me scavenging for today, though. Now let's stay put until the beasts settle down some. You find something worth selling, you know where to find me. I wish I could save here. I'm sleepier, way sleepier than I thought I would be.
They'll need more than this.
But I'll get to the next save point. But I should have expected to be sleepy after the sleep that I got last night, which was not a whole lot. But yeah, God, I love this game. Excuse my Durgan ass.
Don't let your guard down. There's more of them. That'll do it.
Yeah, I'll just make sure, hopefully, that I'm definitely ahead of her after the weekend. And also not watch the prologue again. I like that. I've been thinking about how I'm gonna consume Crystal's stream, because she's gonna start Metaphor later this morning, but I think I'll just wait until Monday to start watching part 2 for several reasons. Anyway, hold. The air here has suddenly grown tense.
Got a moment?
Hey, what's going on? Because I'm actually hoping to finish this game over the weekend. We'll see. We've been surrounded, even out here. It would seem that the monsters are the least of our concerns. I know you can hear me, so show yourself. Or would you rather we come at you? Damn, awfully sharp for an old goat, ain't ya? The bastard survived long enough. Kill him quick.
It appears
Well, your funeral, pal.
I've never fought soldiers before, but I won't waver.
Brave, good boy. Deserve many head pat. Also, there's so many combat themes already.
What is that? Never seen anything like it.
That's not an igniter.
It's called anime bullshit. Anyway. I find it interesting that you can't control Stroll yet, it's just your dude friend. Press circle to guard, which consumes 1 turn icon. Guarding greatly increases the damage your character takes and prevents any weaknesses from being exploited. This prevents the enemies from gaining turns too.
What's that? I think something's coming! Watch out!
Got no mercy for you, damn you! Blast!
Utilizing formations effectively. During squad battles, your formation will affect the damage party members deliver and receive, depending on their position. Those in the front row deal more damage with melee. And by the way, this is interesting. I don't think this is usually how rows work in these kinds of games. I like how they're utilizing this to add an extra depth to gameplay that I quite like. Those in the front row deal more damage with melee attacks. Those in the back row deal less melee damage, but take less damage from enemies. During battle, you can change your formation by pressing the keys assigned to up and down to move party members between the rows. Sleepy boy. Oh, I would like to fucking be able to continue later.
Let's do this! Here they come!
Seeker! Scour!
Take this! Got no mercy for you!
Actually, wait, I should probably just melee. Because I'm shipping at my MP something fierce already. Yeah, and he's dead anyway. Nice. Yay! I'm level 5 already. Are these soldiers from the fort? They survived? No, that couldn't be. They're simply deserters, aren't they? No. That's not what I'm asking. How would they have already mobilized a pursuit? I don't know, but I think it's safe to say I'm the least of your worries at this point.
Let's hurry.
In any case, we should probably keep moving. Let's go.
All right.
Here we are. It looks so creepy. Well, I guess you did say it was abandoned. This, oh, I remember how... This is my favorite exploration song so far. I'm just gonna keep doing this all game. That's how Atlas games work. Oh, this is my favorite song. No, this is my favorite song. It's just how Atlas games work, and Sochi Meguro is a god. The Crown Theocracy ordered it so. I haven't been to this place in quite some time. I fucking love the female vocals here. They're so hauntingly beautiful. And then, like, those choirs with the backing of the female. I love that cadence for some reason. That's so good. It's like so foreboding and epic. Everything is so epic about the soundtrack. I'm so happy about it. The Crown of Theocracy ordered it so. I haven't been this place in quite some time. Despite the royal decree, I hear of miners risking it all to come to this place, seeking the riches left within. Hey. I'll happily trade some illegal miners for the armed detachment of soldiers pursuing us, so you're inside. Indeed. You're not wrong there. Make preparations if you must, but be quick about it. Do preparations include saving my video? Thank God! I'm sleepier than I thought I would be. I'm gonna go rest. And I will be back tomorrow as soon as I'm functional and have taken care of things that I need to. And I will basically just be playing every moment of the day that I can. Which will really just include chores and sleep, so... Well, exclude that, I mean. Either way, friends, like, comment, subscribe. I will see y'all next time, and fuck ye, or something. God, I love this game. Hypo... Or something. Absolutely fuck ye. Why'd I even say or something? Because, like, God, I'm so happy to be playing this game, but why'd I expect to get through the tutorial with this little sleep as I had last night? Plus, like, it's like 5, 6, 7 hours. It's a beefy motherfucking boy. There's actually quite a bit of gameplay in this little area too, and I'm probably too tired to do this coherent.